The Sun on Elevate Voice TV.
Thank you so much for watching Elevate Voice TV, and I really want to appreciate you so much for the previous programs that you have been watching, for all the other things that have been currently happening here on Elevate Voice TV. And I told you that every week, every time we shall be having guests to host, so that they can share their experiences, so that we can share a bit more of the topics that we shall be having. And behold, this is the Sun program here on Elevate Voice TV, and I'm Lucky Atuheire, your moderator. And today, we are very much privileged to host a big man here, as you can see him. And before we continue with the program, I'm going to first request him to first introduce himself before we continue with the program. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Lucky, for inviting me on Elevate Voice TV. I personally am Joseph Amwine, the CEO for Atuheire Lucky. Not only a CEO, I work with Mary Stops International Hospital as a psychologist, or some of you can call me as sexually reproductive health counselor. Yeah, that's my...
Okay, thank you so much. You can see we are having CEOs here, Mary Stops Uganda, Liquid Soap, and I really request that you can reach out to him before or later after this program. I know some people have been benefiting from your company, and really we are going to really enjoy and benefit more from this topic. Now, because this is a man of business, I've heard of psychologists. So our program today is going to be based on the program on the topic of employer-employee. We have many employees out there. We have many employers out there, and sometimes those people are not equal. And maybe because employers employ employees, they tend to be more superior, and they try to mislead or mistreat these employees. And again, also employees don't want to submit under these employers. So today we want to see their relationship, how their relationship can be mended, or how these people can be brought together. What possible advice can we give to these people so that they can continue working in harmony and in togetherness? So let me welcome now my guest of today, Joseph, to first introduce us to the program and tell us more of what he's going to share with us today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Actually, this is a so fundamental topic because most of the employees have been undertaking or undermining the employees, their workers. There are a lot of things that here we shall learn, because if we don't follow our code of conduct in relationship to our work when we are outside there, there are a lot of things that we may lose. You as a person, you as an employee, you may not see what you're losing, but you're losing a lot of people. That's why you see there is a lot of the turnover. You find the turnover is high, it's increasing. You ask yourself why. It's because of mistreating. The moment you find that you're an employer, you are mistreating your worker, which means that person is likely to leave. And you are going to lose a lot of things, not only money, but you can lose market. We as employees, there are several factors that we're supposed to follow. First of all, when it comes to privacy and confidentiality. Privacy and confidentiality, when I say privacy, you as an employee, there are certain things you're not to disclose to people. When I've taken a loan from you, you're not supposed to go outside and start telling the fellow workers that have taken a loan.
Yeah, right? By the way, that is a big vice.
When I take a loan, you don't know the reason why I've taken a loan.
Mm.
Of course, this is the conversation between me and you.
Mm.
But the moment you disclose it to my fellow workers, which means it is going to demoralize me from telling you other things that may benefit the company.
Mm.
Then when it comes to the workers, also workers, we need to understand our confidentiality. We need to understand the principle of confidentiality.
Mm.
And not you're not supposed to go outside there and you start spreading out whatever the company does, even if it is not legal, it's not legalized in the company, or the government doesn't accept it, and you start disclosing it anyhowly, which means you're letting your company down, and also you're losing value in whatever you're doing. We also find where we lack professionalism. We don't have that professionalism. So the professionalism comes here where you find you're giving information. You're updating your workers on whatever is taking place. When it comes, if you find that you have put other rules and values in your business and you don't update your workers, which means you're likely to make your workers go astray. For example, let me give an example. If you bring a new policy like NSSF, you have not been charging them NSSF.
Yes.
So you bring a policy of NSSF, and they have been used of the previous, receiving their net pay without anything deduction, without charging them. So you find them complaining, which means you're not going in line with your professionalism. So also that one I've seen, it is something that is making most of the employees to increase on the turnover, and also to make their code of conduct in relationship with their work, which is a bit not good. We also have other factors like fairness and equality.
Yes.
Where you find you as an employee, you don't have that equality, you don't have that how can I, in your values, it's not there. You find you're discriminating other workers, you are favoring other workers. I get it. Even if it's me, even if I'm working and I'm saying you're favoring my colleague, whatever rewards comes in, you're rewarding her, you're doing what, which means I will start not producing the way I'm supposed to produce the work.
Now, before you continue, do you want to tell me that all these employees are equal, because we are talking about equality? All this, because there are some people you see that this is the officer in charge, this one is in charge of this, and another one is like the office attendant and a subject like that. So do you want to tell me that there are some employees who are, okay, let me bring it like this. Are all employees equal?
To my own understanding and to the professionalism that I know, all the employees are supposed to be equal. The employee is supposed to put that equalism to all his workers or her workers. Because the moment you don't do that, you start favoring. As I've seen, most of the employees they favor ladies. They favor ladies because they be expecting the return. When I say a return, most of you can easily understand.
Yes.
Then the moment you don't do that, which means your production is likely to go low. Like for us, we deal in productions. If I start favoring my cashier, giving tips to my cashier, and people who are in production, I'm not giving them I'm not tipping them, which means I'm not favoring, I'm not giving them that equality. Equality is not there.
Then you've talked of if you favor some of the workers and some others are not favored. Some people will they will develop some bias in their working. Do you think this is good for these workers to start seeing other people, how you treat other people, and then they begin having that false attitude towards you? Don't you think that they should mind their own business?
Not really.
Mm.
Let me tell you something. One thing that most employees forget, they forget that all of us, we are equal, no matter we may not be in the same capacity. The other one being a top manager, the other one being a country director, the other one being an attendant, an office attendant. But all of us, we serve the job. We serve our responsibilities according to our capacities.
Yes.
If I'm an attendant, an office attendant, if I'm supposed to make sure that all the office is clean, everything is clean, and you as an HR, you're supposed to be monitoring to see how your workers how they are working. What are the challenges are facing? Because you cannot put me a burden of an attendant to the same as an HR what is doing. I get him. So that's why I say that equality is so fundamental. Not praising. Yes, if you are, that is what we call when it rewarding.
Yeah.
When you are that rewarding. When you are rewarding, you don't reward one person. You're supposed to reward everyone. I've seen to do corporate organizations. Most of the time, at the end of the year, they normally reward. Everyone gets the same amount. If they're given a voucher of 250 or 1 million, even if you're an attendant and you're not permanent, you're supposed to get that
1 million.
1 million. Hey. Not the HR are getting 2 million. For you get what?
Like 200.
200. But when it comes to the salary, of course, everyone signs their contract. There, I cannot compare the contract, the salary, and when it comes to rewarding, giving promotions, giving rewardings, it is a bit different. Someone may take it as if everyone is not, but that's not.
Now, because we have very many people, we have very many workers, many employees out there, and we normally hear that most of them are oppressed. Most of them are exploited. Like this country we are living in, you find the person who works for long hours, a person who works who is assigned heavy duties is paid less. Yet those people who are working less hours and working their workload is a bit not heavy, but they earn a lot of money. I want you to take us through how these people are oppressed, how the workers can be oppressed, how these employers are really doing much in oppressing these employees.
Okay, thank you. So first of all, I want to give you this small thing. You see, you can't do something when you're not interested in it. That's why when you go to request for a job, or when you're thinking for a job, when you reach there, they will tell you these are responsibilities that you're going to be assigning, you're going to be taking, you're going to be doing. And you as a person, you accept before they don't force you. You take that responsibility of signing a contract, and the contract comes with the things you're going to be doing.
The terms and conditions.
I get it. So also when it comes to our education wise, your education, your level of education matters a lot. Because you want to compare a gate man with an office assistant. A gate man may work for long hours, but an office attendant will work for few hours. And you find they cannot get the same
salary.
They get the same salary.
And the person who works for more hours is paid less.
Also, education matters, and also how you do your work. No, you may be working for long hours, but you're not a critical thinker. Because the moment if you're a critical thinker, there are certain things that you can convince your employee to at least an increase in your salary. Because he's seeing the hard work, the way how you're working. Yeah? You may be having less books, but when you cannot, your critical thinking is beyond the person with a degree. Yeah? So you end up earning
less.
You end up not earning less. You end up earning a lot of money
after employing that critical thinking.
After convincing your boss. You see, bosses this time around they don't go beyond our books. No, books this
what
time
you
around,
can add on to the company.
Yeah, what you can add on to the company, the skills you have and the experience. And I've seen most people when they are employing they go and asking experience. They say people with
4 years
experience. But I wouldn't advise employers to be taking people because of experience.
Why?
Me, I see skills. A person is supposed to be taking a skill and what? And experience, but experience wouldn't be much.
But I think they normally measure skills according to the experience you've had. They normally say if like an engineer has been in the field for around 10 years, that person can build a flat house and it is very strong because the person has been in the field for a long time. But this person who has just come, a fresh graduate, may not be having all those skills.
Not like that. It's like not everyone who goes to church they listen to what I've been taught, what they have read. No. Some of them go there, they just put their presence inside there, but they don't understand what the priest has preached. It's like an engineer who goes in the field. He has been there for a good time, but he doesn't know how to put a brick, how he can construct. But a person who is a fresh graduate, he has that skill. He has the experience may not be too much, but when he is having a skill, he can perform very well.
But now, because when they measure that experience, they also monitor what you have been doing. Because when a person is a fresh graduate, that person doesn't have to, he does not show what he has done because he's fresh in the field. So these people normally show that I'm the one that built that big building that you see there. I did this. So these people, they continue monitoring what these people have done throughout the period they have been in the field.
Let me tell you, you see, the moment you start university, that is an experience. You are gaining experience from year one. There are practical things you do. That practical you go to. You are gaining experience. I get it. So by after finishing your degree, you already have experience for 3 years.
Hey, okay. I think that you are really understanding because these things need that inner understanding so that you can understand. But he's trying to make a point that we should disregard this thing of saying that every time you are going to get a job, they should first measure your working experience. How many years have you been in the field for? How many years? What is your experience? 2 years, because I normally say that when you are a nurse, you have to be having 2 years experience before you are recruited for a nursing government job, or before you go back for a diploma, because they want to see, have you done something in the nursing section? Have you done something? But now your point is noted. Now there's also another issue of saying, when I'm employed, because in Uganda there are some employment opportunities that these people earn little money and these people earn a lot of money. An example to mention is like the teachers. In Uganda, they say the many opportunities. If a person studies education, that person must have a job, but little pay. And again, there are some opportunities which you get, like doctors, like what, like accountants. Their opportunities are few, but when you get that opportunity, you earn a lot of money. So I don't know how this government of Uganda is going to look into that, because I know there are some countries which favor it. It also depends on the country policies and what, and the laws, how the constitution said about that. But I don't know how the country of Uganda, how you can advise so that there is equality in these jobs. Yet you know these jobs, like teachers, are the fundamental people of the country. A doctor cannot live without a teacher. You cannot be a doctor without passing through the hands of the teacher. So I don't know how you can advise this government so that they can really bridge that gap that is really existing.
Okay. That's very nice. Let me first tell you. I know there are doctors who have been in sectors and they are poor. They are not rich. And there are teachers who have been in the field and are rich. Do you know the reason?
No.
Your mind.
The mind.
The way how you explore your mind is how you get money. There are teachers who is going to be in one school. He won't do a benchmark to see how other teachers are doing it. You will remain in that position until you die. You will keep depending on the payroll, on the money they give you, the salary they give you. But other teachers have they have projects they are running. I get him. And doctors, they also have other projects. There is not any doctor who becomes rich without a side hustle of another hospital, his personal hospital. I haven't seen. Try to observe. They have their personal hospitals.
So in other words, you're trying to say that if you want to become rich, you shouldn't only depend on the salary.
You're not supposed to depend on the salary. Because if you depend on the salary, by the time salary comes, you find you have already used all the money. Because you have debts. Your child is going to fall sick. You will take your child to the hospital. Your wife, there are certain things which are unexpected, you will not be knowing, like sickness. So when you're relying on the salary, you find at the end of the month, you're just earning zero. The money comes and goes back to to pay debts. But if you have a side hustle, you know the profits you get from it, it will help you to cover the things that have come in, the unexpected things that have come in. So your salary will be there for adding other things. I get it.
Yes.
Because there is not any business that doesn't make profit. You see, most of us, we are being exploited at work. Most people are being exploited at work. You work for 8 hours and above. In that 8 hours, what will you add? You're earning, okay, in those 8 hours, you're earning for 50,000 Ugandan shillings. How much, if you go to purchase food, is your 50,000 shillings, is your family, can it take a week? It doesn't. So I advise my people outside there to be critical thinkers, not rely on the salary. They should have side hustles, and we don't say it in mouth, practice it. Yeah?
So workers should not be complaining about little pay.
No.
They should use that little pay to do something.
Because the moment if you're earning 1 million, you can become a landlord in Kampala.
1 million.
1 million. You can become a landlord in Kampala. Let me give there will be like rentals. A landlord is renting them at 150. For you go and rent those rentals, you find someone has like 3 of them, 4 of them. You pay for 150. You go and bring the tenants. You say every room it is 200. So when you say every room is 200, which means 50,000 to be going into your pocket.
You mean that business is having also people who are doing it?
Yeah, people are doing it.
Hey, I didn't know.
Are you seeing how we become a landlord in Kampala? Or in this Uganda? You become a landlord when people are asking.
When you don't have
when you don't have money.
Okay. Now, I've seen that through your explanation that to be wealth, you should be having a wealthy mind.
Yeah.
Not fully, because there are normally people who normally say that every rich man you have ever seen on this earth is selling something, which means their minds are full of business. Even though they earn money, actually the richest person is not earning a salary.
Yes.
The richest person is not earning a salary. So the little you have right now, we are trying to say we should make it productive by creating side hustles, making businesses, and whatever. So now, these workers that you see, they have many complaints. They say, for example, these ladies, there was a nurse somewhere who called me and told me that I'm now off job because my manager told me to sleep with him, but now I cannot bear that. I cannot do that. So for protection and security, let me leave the job. And in that process, we see that these employers are really exploiting the workers.
That's why I was telling you, they lack professionalism in whatever they're doing. Because you cannot be employing someone and you wish to sleep with your harassher like that. Which means your business will collapse. Most people, they see their business collapsing and they ask themselves why. Why everything I have, but why is it that it's collapsing? You find the cashier who's there, all the people who are doing sales, they are being they have that customer ways on the why they can call this person to reach on the sale, to close the sale. So the moment you hire that girl that you have been employing, and she goes, which means the people who are supporting, who have been following her,
supporting the business
because of her, you are going to lose them. Are you seeing how the business is going to start collapsing?
Yes.
But people don't see that.
Actually, they say many for them, they just need what is there right now. They don't normally think. So I want you to take us through, because every person has challenges. There might be reasons of why these bosses really want to use these ladies that they are working, that they are employing. There is a reason as why a landlord can say that I'm going to sleep with this tenant. So I want us to first see the challenges that are being affected, that are being seen by these employers, that cause them to act insensitively towards these workers that they employ.
You mean the employers or the employees?
The challenges faced by the employers that make them act in a bad way towards the employees.
So there are very many challenges that employers face. So first of all, as I've earlier told you, when there is no confidentiality when it comes to their business. So someone will find if I'm doing like I'm selling marijuana, it is my business. And someone goes beyond that and start disclosing what the business that I'm doing, which is not legalized in Uganda. So which means that person is likely to bring a lot of challenges in my business, and I will end up losing the business. Also, that one may make an employer to do something harm towards the employee.
Yeah, thank you so much. But we are going to have a short break and we come back as we wrap up the show. Thank you so much for watching.
Elevate Voice TV, amplifying voices, inspiring the world.
Yes, welcome back from a short break. Program is The Sun, and we are having a big guest here. We are trying to see the challenges, the gap between these employees and the employers. What could be the solution to bridge this gap, this unfair gap that is between them? Which challenges are they facing? All of them, we are attacking all sides, the employer side and the employee side. Right now, before we went for a short break, we were looking at the challenges that are faced by the employers. We are going to see them, then later we shall see the challenges faced by the employees. Then we shall continue with the program. Thank you.
Okay.
So I'm going to welcome him to first take us through to conclude with the challenges being faced by the employers. Then we shall go for the employees later.
Okay. Thank you so much for the nice question about the challenges that are being faced by the employers. First of all, there are very many factors and challenges that people that they face. When you go to work balance, you find someone has a family and is supposed to also balance with the work at work. It's a big problem that most people face. And that problem, it normally affects them psychologically, tortures them psychologically. You find you have left, your husband has abused you before leaving home. So you're likely to impose, especially like us psychologists. If you're not keen enough, you can end up imposing your values to a client. Because of you have the challenge that you came with from home.
You shift the anger.
You shift the anger to your client. I get it. Which is also bad when it comes to work relation. It is something bad. Because I'm going to call you, or I'm going to come to approach you. I come to your shop. I come to purchase something. You look at me as if I'm here. You may you may take me as your husband. You end up abusing me. I need something. You take long. You just eye me badly. So which is also not good. It is a big challenge that most employers face. Then another thing when it comes to they have that stress or burnout. They burn out because of the workload. Employers burn out. You find an employer has a lot of work or a lot of
things to learn
to,
about.
to do. He has to balance the books. So you find they end up burning out. Find they're exhausted. Someone goes in the office and lives there in the evening. That is another challenge. You may find someone walking. Have you ever been walking and you find someone talking alone?
Yeah.
Huh? Most of them, it is due to overworking.
And overthinking.
Hey, the anxiety comes in. So depression comes in.
Mm.
So that is also, those are psychological challenges that most employers face.
Mm.
Then of course we have external challenges,
Mm.
where you find you people you lack that communication.
Mm.
There's no communication
Mm.
in your business.
Mm.
It will also it can lead to business collapse,
Mm.
because you may find you have not communicated to the people you're working with,
Mm.
or the people you're employing.
Mm.
So if there is any expectation,
Mm.
if you need a target, or you have you make a decision, and you're not communicating very well to your workers, it is also another challenge. So you need to give that clear information, clear communication. If you need an expectation of 10 tons of jerrycans in a month to come, and you don't say it earlier, which means you're likely not to get what you need. Your expectations, you're not likely to reach your expectations. This was a challenge.
Yeah. So we are trying to break down because of the interest of time. We began on the, if you have been keen enough, we are mixing the solutions and the challenges. So don't wait for the solutions later. We are mixing so that we get a problem and we see what possible solution. Now, do you think there is a way of how these employers can avoid this stress of overthinking, and you find they are overworked, they are tired, balancing things, they are monitoring workers? How can they overcome this big challenge?
Of course, it can be done when you find when they do workshops, and I bring the therapists, like we, the psychologists. We educate them on how they can balance their work with their life, their personal life, also the employment life. It can really make them feel not exhausted, because they be having the solutions on how they can handle when it comes to stress, how they can handle stress, and the way how they can have that teamwork when it comes to work. Can have that teamwork. So, and also by motivate that motivation that comes in, not only you an employee, that you're only person who's always there, but the moment you have those enforcements, rewards, it can really make sense. Because if you have, like, in a week, you put like exercise, aerobics. In a week, every Friday there is aerobics. Seriously, you make they feel stress-free. They start working knowing that on Friday we shall be having this, or I'll be going for this activity.
And it is so good for the employers to enjoy with the employees.
Yes.
In the same place.
In the same place. Because they feel there is that. They feel equal. They feel there is no
big
discrimination. They feel that their employer is loving them. I get you.
I normally see these. There are some people who go for workshops. There are some people who go for outings.
Yes.
Like weekends.
They have a time and they go for outing, they go for dinner, they go for retreats. Those are the things that the employers are supposed to be doing for their workers, so they can do what? They can at least cut off, or they can solve the challenges that they normally face.
So thank you so much. Now, because the way you've told me, I see that almost the challenges faced by the employers are the same challenges faced by the employees.
Yeah,
But
most of
I
them.
think there are some that you want to again share light on.
Of course, all of them may not be the same, but in most people, what they normally face are psychological challenges. Let us leave along finance things, but psychological challenges are the ones that most of them face. And I call upon Uganda or the employers who are there to at least bring these counselors on board. I get you. When they bring them on board, they will really do much improvement when it comes to turnover. The turnover will, some of them go because of the work that have been exploited. But if the counselors are there, if they're giving them the way how they're supposed to work, the way how they're supposed to balance, I get it. It can really decrease the turnover for the workers. Employers face the turnover. It is something that I've seen in most companies. They face that. And for an employee, you may not really understand what is happening.
So they should bring counselors.
Yes, on board.
They can again make sure that these people are well sorted. They are not stressed like the employers and the employees, and that is a great thing.
And also in that way, on the like what I've been telling you, fairness and equality, it should be also be on board. They should have their values, which are both for the company and both for the workers. I get it. It can also make the employers not to have those challenges that we have talked about. Also, when it comes to privacy, privacy also it is a fundamental thing. They should have that privacy in it. Because if privacy is not there, even if I'm the one, I can't work in your company. Because I can't come to you. Okay, me, I'm an employer. If I'm employing you, I can't go outside disclosing everything about you. Even if you don't have what to eat, I'm not supposed to go and disclose to your fellow worker. So privacy should be there. And
again, now there are some companies that place cameras everywhere. Do you think this is a bad thing towards the employees?
No, it's not a bad thing, because the employer be wanting to protect his business and the boundaries. He puts the boundaries where the employees are not supposed to go. Okay, I get it. Because human beings are difficult to handle. You may be having a business of production. You find that I've taken 20 jerrycans. Every day they are moving, they're taking jerrycans. So you'll be making a loss. But cameras are good to employers,
Okay.
Yeah, very good.
So thank you so much for the interest of time. I'm going to beseech our guests here to give us the closing remarks so that we can wrap up with the program. Thank you.
Okay, I really want to first thank you, Lucky, for hosting me.
You're welcome.
On Atuheire Voice TV. And also the viewers outside there. I thank you for giving us your attention, for watching whatever we have been discussing. And if you take it, it is going to change your life. It's going to change your life. And also I call people to engage in production. As I've already told you that I'm not relying on one thing. I am a CEO of Atuheire Liquid Soap. You can find us at Gayaza, opposite Intake Secondary School. We do produce quality liquid soap. You can call us on 077 33 783 46. When you go to our socials, type Atuheire Joseph, you will find everything. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Okay, thank you so much. This has been Elevate Voice TV, and I would like to beseech you before we complete the program to find us on all media platforms. Let it be Facebook, let it be YouTube, let it be TikTok, let it be X, which is also called Twitter. Find us there and subscribe, follow us, like us, and again, we shall be very, very happy. Like our programs, our videos, and everything will be well. Everything is here on Elevate Voice TV, amplifying voices, inspiring the world. I remain Atuheire Lucky. We catch up next time.
The Sun on Elevate Voice TV.